Thank you.
Okay, everyone, thank you all so much for being here. It's a beautiful day, and the sun is shining, and our hearts are filled with hope and opportunity. There are some people who are kinder, more selfless human beings. One of these people in my life was Laura Harbour Scott. I met Laura, this fine person, through her sister Tisha Berg and the beautiful family that she has. Laura was a tireless warrior who, even in her late stages, attended this luncheon last year and supported the survivors and celebrated them, and walked the Mammovan to see and applaud what this community is doing for our community. She put everyone else before herself. She lived her life with virtue and compassion. Whirlpool and KitchenAid, one of our brands, is so pleased to sponsor with GW's MFA and Laura's family to introduce the first and hopefully an annualized award recognizing those that serve our community and warriors among us who fight this disease. Early detection is an opportunity for women and mothers, friends, sisters, daughters, husbands, families to make choices how they will live and battle cancer. Whirlpool is about family and about enhancing the moments at home. This is about what matters to us at home. It is a great honor for me today to introduce Jeremy Scott to share the origin of this award and to share the story of his beloved wife, Laura.
Thank you. I think that I would know my wife that I wouldn't need notes, but I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks now, and Laura's family and my colleagues in the room know that I'm not very pithy. So to be able to do this in 3 or 4 minutes, I needed some cheat sheets. So first off, I want to thank the board on behalf of myself, my 2 little girls, Laura's father and mother, John and Margaret Harbour, her sister Tisha, and her husband Scott, for this award. Laura would be very honored and very humbled by this award. Never in her wildest dreams would she ever imagine that this would be kind of her legacy. Laura was an amazing wife, mom, daughter, sister, and friend. And she was very passionate about everything she did in life. When Laura was diagnosed at age 33, she never once asked, "Why me?" Never once asked, "Why me?" But instead, she embraced her circumstances, held high, and moved forward. She said, "There's a bigger reason about why I have breast cancer and why I need to carry this cross, why I need to bear this burden." She may never have found that in life, I'm certain she knows now, but she took that with her every day that she walked this earth. And I don't know whether, and she questioned whether it was in order to teach her children empathy, or whether to show them compassion, whether it was to help other young women who were diagnosed with breast cancer who had 2 young kids, whether it was to be an advocate for those who couldn't advocate for themselves. Laura was passionate about life. She was passionate about everything she did. I just want to say 4 things. There are 4 things that Laura felt very passionate about as an advocate. The first was to make sure that there were resources for young women who were diagnosed with breast cancer. When she was diagnosed with breast cancer, 33 years old, with a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, there was very little information, very little places for her to turn to understand what it would be like for her moving forward. And so she worked with Georgetown, which is where she was treated, as well as the Oncology Nursing Society, to make sure that there were some resources for young women diagnosed with breast cancer. The second is when she found her own lump and then went to get her first mammogram, she just discovered that she had dense breast tissue. Little did she know that if you have dense breast tissue, it's very hard for someone who's reading a mammogram to discern whether the dense breast tissue is a tumor or dense breast tissue. So if you have dense breasts, then you should go on and get a ultrasound. So she was an advocate for that. The third was about metastatic disease. When she was diagnosed with metastatic disease, she was training for a half marathon with the show to raise money for an organization called RU Dense. They managed to raise $15,000 for RU Dense, and she was unfortunately not able to run, but when she was diagnosed with metastatic disease, she was astounded by the lack of research that we currently have in metastatic disease. The fact of the matter is this month of pink, which we call Pinktober, which is great to build awareness, but for those of us who live this daily, I wore a pink tie, my kids dressed me today, it's pink overload. Nonetheless, there's only one day in the month of October that is dedicated to metastatic breast cancer. So she was a champion to try to get more resources to metastatic disease. And then the fourth is what we're here today about with the Mammovan and what you all are here to support, and that is early detection. She was amazed last year with this event and touring the Mammovan, and she was all about early detection, especially for those women who may not be able to afford it. Making sure that every woman and man has the ability to have a mammogram to get early detection. Those are the four things that she advocated for as someone who was living with breast. In wrapping up, I just want to thank you, Sarah, the board, all of you here, for allowing her legacy to live on through the work that you all are doing, that Dr. Brim is doing, so that my little girls, Lauren and Claire, will know the type of person that their mother was. Thank you.